Can't tell love from devotion when you stand so close to me. Tell me the secret of your eternal beauty. Wanna know your potion. I wanna bathe in your sea. I wanna dive in your ocean. Forget all my fears. Hold me and don't let go. I don't care what people say. It's my emotions. I wanna bathe in your sea. I wanna dive in your ocean. I wanna dive. I wanna rise a better life. I wanna die. Sound. Tell me the secret of your eternal youth. I wanna live forever. Don't wanna sink like a stone. I wanna glide like a feather. I wanna dive. I wanna rise a better life. I wanna die.
Welcome to another multi-algorithm delay video. Wampler has just released, the Metaverse. And no, that's not the Zuckerberg Metaverse. That actually was the Metaverse way before the Zuckerberg's Metaverse was a Metaverse. Just because with COVID and their factory burning down and all that stuff, that's been in the pipeline so long that now everyone's like, but isn't that me? No, it's not. Brian came first. And it looks like this. Now I got some gripes with this box, and I got some stuff that I love about this box. So let's talk about everything. I love the frickin' form factor. That thing is about this high. It's about this wide. It's a huge... If you look on the table right here, this is a rather small multi-algorithm delay. Usually those things are big behemoths, like the DL4 from line 6, or the timeline is a bigger one. It's roughly Nemesis size, which is also multi-algorithm delay from Source Audio. You have a lot of variety. But usually multi-algorithm delays are covering a lot of areas that some of you, not all of you, will say, oh, I don't need that. What do I need reverse delays for? Why do I need pitch delays? Why do I need delays that all of a sudden go through weird harmonies? I don't need all this ambient bullshit. I need my bread and butter shit. I need my analog delay. I need a tape delay. I need some variations of that. I need something that's a little bit flangy. Thank you. Bam, wham, done. So Brian stuffed this with 11 algorithms that are all bread and butter, usable, band compatible delays. If you are a Chase Bliss fan, go home, because you're not going to find craziness in here. If you want line 6y, steppy filter delays, you won't find them here. This is all Brian's mind. And Brian is a country guy. He's not the let's sit there with a guitar for 7 hours and create ambient soundscapes kind of a guy. It can, of course, get big, but not in the sense that other delays get. So in that sense, it is a very special box. See it as if you buy the Faux Tape Echo, for example, the FTE, which we've got right up here. That's a, let's say, $200, $220 box. Now that's in there, but then also more. That's how you see it. See, it's got your 1, 2, 3 go-to delays, and then variations of those sounds, but nothing super crazy. So I love the form factor. You've got tap, you got bypass, you got presets. 8 of them, I think. Of course, with MIDI more. Fully MIDI featured, everything fully MIDI controllable. MIDI implementation chart is, of course, in the manual. So if we look at the back, there is tiny little MIDI ins and outs, and they give you the cable in the box, at least one of them. So you plug that in, and then you got your MIDI right there. If you buy something from Boss, you're not getting this cable. So that's definitely great. I do not know if this is type A or type B. There are 2 different types, and the industry on the MIDI mini plug has not agreed on which ones to use. So I cannot tell you if this is type A or type B. Maybe it's in the manual. Only one of those will work. If the pedal needs type A, you have to have a type A cable. But luckily, they at least supply one. Then on the back, we got a little switch for tails on and off. There's the 9-volt. There's expression, so you can expressionize, time or whatever. We're not going to go that far because there's a lot of stuff to cover anyway. Stereo input, stereo output. Yes, it is fully stereo. Now, whether or not and how much the box itself creates stereo-ness, there's no ping pong mode. Okay? There's no auto pan mode. So we're going to have to listen how much it is stereo. Does it process fully stereo? Yes. So if you're going in with a stereo univibe effect or whatever, it will remain stereo. That is one of the main things. Operation, fairly simple. Select your algorithm. Modulation depth. Where's modulation speed? Haha. Bypass is a secondary function. It turns red. Now it is modulation speed. Okay. Delay time, which you can also tap. Feedback, which has 2 alternate functions on tape for selecting the kind of tape heads and combination, and on ETH, ethereal, the ethereal mode. Then you've got tone, which does it have a secondary something? Oh, sets the modulation feedback for jet and mod. Mod's kind of weird because mod's also kind of like a flanger phasery kind of a thing. Don't quite know why they call it mod. And they also called this SPC, which is space, which I would immediately think that it's a space delay, which means it is a tape delay with a reverb paired, a spring reverb, but it isn't. It's somewhere between space delay and echoplex, and it's purely the delay side, and it's a little bit more grungier and drivier than a space delay would be. So it's between echoplex and space delay. Then we've got mix. With the alt, you can actually set your mix for all presets, so it's a global mix. Goes from 25 milliseconds to 2000 milliseconds, so 2 full seconds, which is ridiculous. Mix all the way up is a kill dry. Here you got your presets, which you can also just step through. So you got 8 of them, so that's on. And now the off one shows you where you are. Kind of a nice idea. Now, if you're holding in tap, this turns green. And now you can step through the 8 presets. Hold and tap again. You're tapping, and that's it. This will also 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got quarter notes. Holding in bypass, it turns red. Now you can do subdivisions. And let me explain to you how this works. This is a quarter note. That's dotted eighth, so it's a little bit shorter than a quarter note. That's an eighth note, and that's a 16th. And that I have no idea. We're going to have to listen, because I don't quite know what the other subdivisions are. Now, that's how it works. We're going to play a bit, and then we're going to go through some critique, because I've got a few of them, okay? And since this is my channel, we're going to be honest. Again, remember, this is the delay for the bread and butter variations, not for the craziness. Also, what I think is very, very cool, if you buy this, and it should be about $2.99, which, come on, it's a Wampler, awesome footprint, relatively straightforward operation with some secondary functions, which again, I'm not always super happy about, that you got to push bypass in. Everyone's doing it, except Eventide, where there's an extra little switch like this, and you click the switch, it turns red, and then it's telling you that now you're manipulating the secondary functions. It is almost as annoying, but not quite as annoying, because this whole holding it in, I don't believe in it. I don't like it. So, but you know this, on every pedal that does that. What's cool? If you get this for $2.99 plus minus, you are also getting a plug-in version of all of it. So I looked at it. It sounds exactly like the damn thing. All algorithms. I wasn't super happy with how it gets delivered, because at the moment, the way it's still kind of not 100% ready as of the filming of this video, you're getting it as 11 individual plugins. And I'd rather have one plugin where just dial it in and that's it. And that also means 11 times you got to put in the activation code, and that's just a pain in the ass. But you're getting a plugin. So that means you can actually play around in your DAW, in your mix, with the sounds that you will have later on your pedal board. IK Multimedia did that with their big boxes, but those boxes had a whole bunch of other problems. Some good stuff, but some not so good stuff. But they had a plug-in version that you could get along with it. But however, if you don't buy it, they're going to offer you the plug-in version of the Metaverse separately. Still not decided whether you buy one big package of all of them, or for a very low fee, actually buy individual algorithms. You'll find that on the Wampler website, I'm sure. But that's kind of cool that they're doing whatever is in their digital now as a plug-in addition. And when you're buying the pedal, you're getting it for free. I'm going directly into the Metaverse, and then into the UI Effects Dream, which is a Fender Deluxe reverb. So if I turn this off, we're hearing... And that's going directly into the X4 from UA. Of course, I could dial in, but we want to hear the delays, so we're gonna not have the reverb from the Dream. And no drive. Let's hear it clean. I'm going to do this. Gripe number 1. Some pros and cons throughout the whole video. This dial is not an endless dial, and I don't understand that, because there's literally no reason, Mr. Engineer who did this, no reason why you would not have an endless dial. I mean, the timeline from 10 years ago, 12 years ago, had an endless dial. All these boxes have endless dials, which means you're over here. Well, actually, let's say I'm here. So I'm picking a preset right now, and I'm right there. This is now, if I turn it right, it should technically just go one further because it should be endless. Well, if I go right, look what happens. It jumps over here. That's not a big thing. Who cares? But it also means if I'm on Digi, it's stuck. I can't go further to go back to analog. So you got to go all the way to the left. I mean, okay, this is a minor gripe. It just doesn't compute with me. There's no reason to have a left and a right stop. Just make it an endless thing. Okay, analog is, guess what? An analog style delay. No modulation. Hold bypass, speed or rate. Gotta say that I love the modulation. Since this is a bread and butter, everything needs to be playable and usable delay, there aren't any crazy shit bullshit things. Love this. It's very beautifully tailored to just be usable stuff. Now, something that I need to test is cranking up feedback and seeing how it builds up. And it does build up, but it does it slowly and very controlled. So that works, and it really only does it at the very, very, very end. So absolutely controllable. Love it. Now, I don't understand wet, because analog has already beautiful modulation, and now wet is an analog delay with modulation. Wait, wasn't the one before one with modulation? Huh? Let's check it out. Okay, it's just a little bit duller. That's what I said in the beginning. They are variations of your bread and butter stuff. And I can already tell you, I just reviewed the Line 6 DL4 Mark II, which has 30 delay algorithms and 15 reverb algorithms. It's loaded with stuff. And the DL4 will kick this guy's butt when it comes to the crazy stuff. Pattern delays, filter delays, all the crazy stuff with pitch and whatever. But when it comes to this type of stuff, I think the Metaverse kicks the DL4's butt because it is rounder, smoother. Okay? So just depends on what you're looking for. Moving on to the next one, which is the same thing. It's an analog delay with modulation, this time more deluxe memory manish. So they're calling it BBD, which is a bucket brigade delay, which technically the other two are also. But now we got the crazy shit because that's what the memory man does. However, I can hear clear digital artifacts in there. I don't know what's going on there. I don't think that is what the memory man does. Let's crank up the mix and listen to this. Something ring modulaty happening in there. Maybe that is how it has to be, but not that I can tell. There's definitely something digital in there that's not right. Now let's bitch about this. Let's say there isn't something right about it. And I mean, maybe that's how it has to be. That's fine. Then I just skip that algorithm. Don't use it. That's totally cool. You got 11, so you're still left with 10. But if they decided, oh, yeah, we can fix that. It's software. We can easily fix that. No, they cannot. And that really bugs me. That is a massive oversight because it doesn't have USB. Go to the back, Leslie. There's no USB port anywhere on this. Which means you cannot update this. The way it comes is the way it comes. So if Brian ever decides, oh, I want to replace one of those algorithms because I've got a better idea, you can't. And that, I'm sorry, it's right there is where that goes. That is an oversight that's hard to forgive. I love the company. Everyone involved. You guys know who you are. I consider you guys family. But I got to come down hard on this. I can't think of a box that does that. I don't know. Any of them can be updated firmware-wise later on. I can't stress enough how disappointed I am that this is not. Sorry to say, but this is what I do. I bitch about stuff. Doesn't mean I don't love you guys. That should be updated. Jet's kind of really cool though. So now Tone does the feedback for the Jetty. Now, usually that flanging stuff comes across if you have more gain, so let's actually rewire some things here and see if we can do that. So yeah, definitely cool. Here we got the Doctor, which is tapish in the way that the low end trails off. Whee. So analog rolls off the top end, the Doctor rolls off the bottom end. Very cool sound. I love the knobs, by the way, though. Those metal riffly knobs are just freaking awesome. So the 4-tape echo is a variation of the Doctor, or actually the other way around. It's not as drastic in its roll-off. Got a nice wobble going on. Where are we? Where I can see it. Ah, that's the ethereal, which technically is a dual delay, and a reverb. My gripe, no reverb. Why not have enough DSP in there to have the actual ethereal with some reverb? Would have been nice. By holding in bypass and feedback, you pick the ethereal mode. So it's like a dual delay. That's about as crazy as it gets. Now, I like that you know exactly what to grab. Mod, bypass mod is the rate. It's very straightforward after about 20 minutes. Something like the DL4, you need a massive cheat sheet for with a tweak and tweeze and all these things. And the timeline has a display, okay, but then you get lost in menus and you really don't want that. If you're the customer for this thing, you don't want to get lost in menus. That's the whole idea of that form factor format. Now, mod is similar to Jet. Just the digital version. Feedback. Moving on to Spice. That's how I say that in the South. Spice. Again, not a Space Echo. It's a Space Echo, tapey, and EP, tapey, and no reverb again. It's, again, the ethereal and the space really should have had a little bit of reverb on it, but that wasn't the idea. So I get it. The question is how you get it to drive. There's no input gain, so I don't know how you get it to drive. Let's kick in some drive, huh? That's a killer sound for leads right there. S should be the next one, which is tape. Now we got multi-head. And you select that here. Feedback on the secondary function. That's all 4. Even at that high feedback, not a lot of feedback there. Definitely not your tape for the crazy soundscapes. And then digital. Perfect for the dotted eighth stuff. Let's talk about dotted eighth. Let's talk about subdivisions. So by holding in the secondary, you can go subdivisions right here. However, let's do this. We're going to go quarter notes right here. We're going to tap quarter notes. So right now I'm going to select dotted eighth. Going to select see what's happening? Nothing. It's a little bit sad. So you can't really play around with having a tempo and then, oh, let's check this, let's check this. For the new subdivisions to take effect, you have to tap. So there they are, okay? If I do dotted eighth, sixteenth. No, you have to tap. So sound design wise, it's a little bit annoying that you have to do that instead of it looking at the tap tempo, your new subdivision, and immediately applying that. So what are these others? I don't know. What is this? I don't know. Half notes? Measure or 3? Dotted quarter notes? And triplets. Okay, we covered almost everything. It's one thing, again, gripe. You're holding in bypass for secondary function. And then you're like, no, I don't. Pedals off. If there's no input for secondary function, it thinks you're standing on the bypass to turn the pedal off. However, does someone stand long on the bypass to turn the pedal off is the question. I would say that's less likely than someone going, no. Because it happened to me a few times that I accidentally, while adjusting or not adjusting a parameter, I turned the pedal off. Again, none of this is don't buy this because it's doing this, but I'm mentioning it because user interface is important to me. So here I'm adjusting this, all good, it stays on. I'm like, no, I like it. Bam, it's off. Okay, you just have to know, because I thought the button's broken. But it isn't, it's just how it's designed. Let's go through some presets and then we're done. Preset mode. Let's go through first preset. Nope. First preset. Slappy Becky. Sounds like the Doctor. Oh, it's ethereal. Super subtle, but nice. If you're the guy who looks at multi-algorithm delays and laughs and says, who the shit needs a reverse delay? If you hear the videos on the Knobs channel and Chase Bliss pedals, which are brilliant, and you say, yeah, frickin' Tim McGraw never used any of that. Well, you're right. Then this is your box. This is 11 algorithms that don't go too far, even on full feedback and full mod, and except for on the BBD. Wait, BBD, doesn't that also mean... Then this is your box. For $2.99, you're getting, for let's say 80 or 90 bucks more, you're getting a lot more Wampler. You're getting what Brian deems necessary for realistic pop, rock, country, soul, funk. The delay that's there, but that doesn't take center stage. The delay that supports you in your playing without being too crazy. You can't dial in too crazy. You can dial in quite a bit, but never too crazy. And that is the Metaverse. And when you don't understand that, your first reaction is, where's all the craziness? Well, it's not in there. But that's, I think, the strength of it, because a lot of you don't need it. I think I personally need it sometimes when I'm in a studio situation and I want to have a super pad and do something synthy with the guitar. Well, you know what? For that, I have other boxes, or maybe put a box in front of this and then make it even bigger. So that's where this is strong. I think in terms of UI, user interface, there are some things that bug me, like this knob, being, look, right now, I can't turn it any further to the right because I'm on a preset, so I got to do this. And now I can. I wish it was endless. Who cares? I'm just pointing it out. I wish there was a clicky button for secondary functions, but everyone's doing this. That is not just Wampler. Showing the presets right there like this, that's nice. Showing the subdivisions also works nicely. On the other hand, I mean, if I ask why not have a second row of things for subdivisions, well, then someone's going to say, well, that makes it more expensive. And that's correct. And that's really bugging me because now that's off. None of that is a don't buy it. That's a personal thing that I point out. The thing that really bugs me, and that's a money-saving thing, I know, because it saves money, is a USB port. And the ability to have some kind of software to update it later in case they wanted to change something. If Brian wakes up in a year and says, oh man, I really wish the tape did this. Can't do it. And given the fact that even 12-year-old boxes are doing it, I'm critiquing that hard. However, if everything in there is the stuff you love, who cares? So, also, check out the plugin, which is way cool. You're getting a full plugin with the purchase of this, which technically is, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 bucks when it comes out. So you're getting that in addition for the same price. So technically, this is a box for 230 bucks, and you also get the plugin version of it. That's a really, really cool idea. So well done there, Wampler. Full MIDI implementation. Have I mentioned that? Expression, all that. And again, the freaking form factor is perfect for a pedal board where you need to conserve space. Spice. Thanks for commissioning this video. This was a paid video. And if you think I hold back in paid videos, well, then you haven't watched it. Thanks for being my friends. Brian, Avi, Dennis, Stefan, the whole team, Richard, everyone. They're great people that are behind this. And to me, that really matters. They all want to beat me up, but the fact that they don't means a lot to me. And I'll put links below. Please use them. Please also subscribe if you haven't, because why haven't you? That is extremely important to us YouTubers and costs you exactly $0. And links are below. Did I mention that? Yes. And also, the other thing is at the end, which is animals.
And the face I love was